Assistant narrator Richardson signing in. That sounds weird to say, but apparently that's what I'm supposed to say. Anyway, remember the old days of Xbox 360, like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 and Halo? I remember those days. Now I'm stuck in this office for the bloody Foundation. Anyway, let's start, shall we? Item number SCP-5195. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-5195 is secured in a lead-lined deep storage chamber at Site-95's underground facility. It is isolated from all contact and radiometrically monitored for deviations from expected norms. Description: SCP-5195 is an early 17th century barricade globe produced in Vienna by an unknown craftsman. When acted upon with sufficient force or energy, this force, scaled up, occurs in a region of Earth corresponding to the same point on the globe. This effect extends an undetermined distance out from the globe's surface. SCP-5195 was purchased in 2008 by Joshua Zane, an American tech investor. In 2010, after losing his fortune in online trading, Mr. Zane extorted several competitors by jamming satellites with directed radio signals aimed at SCP-5195. He used a similar technique to broadcast anonymous demands across these satellites. On March 11th of 2011, a Foundation agent contacted Mr. Zane, at the time known only by his moniker Mr. Dees, via an anonymous chat room. Chat log.
Mr. Dees?
Yo.
I am contacting you on behalf of my organization to ask that you cease all action pertaining to the disruption of communication satellites immediately. You have not only damaged commercial interests, but the interest of numerous global agencies that rely on these satellites to save lives. Turn yourself in, and I promise you clemency for all illegal activities you have committed up to this point. We know what you're doing, and we know how you're doing it. This is your one and only opportunity to walk away.
Lol. You know, I was initially a little worried someone would be smart enough to figure this out. Thanks for confirming that I've got nothing to worry about, shit for brains. You wouldn't be contacting me like this if you had even the slightest clue of who or where I am. And no, you've got no idea what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. I've got the whole world in the palm of my hand. Literally. Here, let me show you what I can do with just my pinky. Following this exchange, a magnitude 9.1 earthquake offshore of Tohoku-Oki region in Japan occurred. The ensuing tsunami claimed the lives of nearly 20,000 people. In 2012, Mr. Zane demanded a ransom of several $1 million in the form of bitcoins. In exchange, he would refrain from turning Taiwan into a finger-shaped smudge. The following exchange occurred on February 2nd of 2012. You've got the money, shit for brains?
You're right, we don't know who or where you are. As for how you're doing this, well, some of our lab coats have a hunch. But that's all we've got, a hunch.
Let's going somewhere? You got my money, or should I show you what I can do with my thumb?
A hunch, some fancy math, and the resources to measure the angle of contact from the world's biggest underwater fingerprint.
Lol? What?
Well, that and the world's biggest directed energy cannon pointed at the world's biggest orbital reflector dish, aimed at one precise spot far out in deep space.
What the fuck?
360 no-scope, shithead.
Shortly after this exchange, Foundation satellites detected an extremely small beam of gamma radiation emitted just outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Agents tracked the trajectory of this narrow beam to its source, SCP-5195, located in Mr. Zane's home. Mr. Zane, killed via a brain aneurysm triggered by the beam, was found nearby. Don't you love it when an annoying person gets their comeuppance in the end? Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Goodbye. Hey everyone, Creepy Otter here. Just want to say thank you to the author of this, the Great Hippo.
I like the SCP a lot. I like the little bit at the ending. And yeah, check out my Patreon in the description. The first tier is only $3 and you get to see my videos a bit earlier. And also check out my Twitter for updates or anything. That's also in the description below. And that's it. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.